welcome back to my anime react channel, Gizanime. Today we're going to be reading Solo Leveling, chapter 179. Last chapter we left off with Jin Woo essentially going back in time before anybody even became a hunter. And he's like, I think around 10 it looks like, to basically prepare for the coming onslaught by the monarchs, but in a dimensional plane that's not on Earth. So he spends, I guess, a few days with his family, because this is something he hasn't had in, a long time. After that, he goes into this dimensional plane to start training to take on the monarchs, and 2 years time has passed in the real world, whereas 27 years, I think is what he said, passed in this dimensional plane. And at the end of the chapter, he's beaten back all the monarchs, they're taken care of, other than the dragon monarch, who he goes to face at the very end of the chapter. So now we'll get, I guess, the final battle between these two. This has been quite a ride. Nothing like what I would have expected, because we have him beating the monarch and then telling the rulers he wants to go back in time to beat them again, just so we could save a whole lot of other lives that were lost by the dragon monarch when he initially entered into the world. So we will figure out how he's going to handle this guy this time. I think it's going to be really easy this go around, because he knows all of the Dragon Monarch's tricks, but then again, the Dragon Monarch knows his, so we'll see. But I do have a side note. I've deleted almost all of my Solo Leveling videos. I got an actual copyright strike on one of them, so the only ones that I've left up are the ones with the marks over the images, which I might even end up making bigger. We'll see, or I just might end up deleting all the videos. But with that said, let's go on to this chapter, see what happens, and I will see you. Alright everybody, so this is chapter 179. I've got to say, before we start, the fact that I got to put up like this mark or this image over the panels is really annoying, so I feel like it really destroys a lot of the immersion from the audience, so I apologize for it. It seems like it's a necessity, so going forward, for the remainder of the chapters, which won't really be that much longer, this is how things have to be done. Getting into it though, in the real world, 2 years had passed. Okay. Due to what some fortune tellers said, the entirety of America was shaken. Probably Selner. The god who's about to bring doom will soon descend upon the land. Normally this prophecy wouldn't have received any attention. However, the problem was that Norma Selner was the one who gave this prophecy. The god of death will descend on this land along with an infinite number of soldiers of death. We won't be able to escape from death. There's no way for us to escape from the god of death.
I guess you just have to be prepared to die.
Sounds pretty ominous, if you ask me. 2 years ago, she who was suddenly enlightened had predicted the death of the North Korean dictator, the terrorist kidnapping of passengers, and the crash of the stock market due to the huge crash of the real estate industry, etc. So, the moment she became, I guess, that moment that Jin Woo left is when everybody became a hunter. So, she gained all these abilities at that time, and she predicted, I guess, like, all kinds of things that obviously came to pass. So, her prediction now about all this death, everybody's taking quite seriously, because everything else she said has happened. Numerous prophecies of hers have been accurate, and have caused her to be in the center of a lot of controversies. And now she suddenly says that the world will come to an end. Of course, everyone would be in shock. And the next day, in the skies of Seoul, a huge black hole that covered almost the whole sky had appeared. Selenor's prophecy then made the headlines in all of the newspapers in the world. Well, I mean, at least they were ready, right? So, it's not like it was just sudden. Over there! It's opening! The hole is opening right now!
Giggity, 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 goo!
And the sky is about to give birth to a whole lot of pain, chaos, and havoc. Okay. What's that? Is it Jin Woo? Is that all? Nothing's coming out of it, though. Or is that Jin Woo in the back? Yep, that's Jin Woo. So did he defeat the Dragon King already? And we just... He off-screened him?
That's so unbelievably sad.
That's the love this guy gets? We'll see, but it's the vibe I'm getting right now. We're glad you returned safely. Welcome back, Sun Jin Woo. What does the SSI mean? Never seen that before. Or should I call you the Shadow Monarch? Did he retain his memory of him? I didn't expect you to appear in the form of a middle schooler. Okay, so he's much older, but he's like regressed his appearance some. It's because people might have been scared if I came out with a full bearded face. Okay, so quite a long time has passed by. So who knows how long that battle with the Dragon Monarch was. It doesn't feel bad to have at least one person welcoming you back. Wow, they stepped away quite a ways. Like, he just handed these to him, and then they, like, went... This is what you call social distancing. We really didn't think that you'd be back. We really didn't think that you'd be able to make it back after trying to take care of everything alone. Alright, so he didn't remember him. This is probably one of the rulers who have taken over this guy's body that is addressing him and not actually the person. But right now, I see that your steps carry the weight of 10,000 soldiers. I'm sure you're not here just to give me a flower bouquet. What business does the envoy of the rulers have with me? I feel like they're about to take his power back or something to that effect, because he's literally the only one now. Or is he? Is everybody a hunter? I mean, everybody has to be a hunter, right? Because the ruler took over this guy's body, and then we had Selener who's able to make all the prophecies. So either she got some kind of different power up, or the hunters are still sort of a thing, but not nearly as necessary now. The rulers have a message for you, the Shadow Monarch. This might be a long conversation. Shall we move to another location to talk? Okay, he's regressing even further. About back to probably where he should be. So that obviously, you know, his family won't be in shock when they see him. Alright, I happen to have just a place that I'd like to drop by in mind. So, Jin Woo needed to go get some ice cream. He wanted to drop by an ice cream shop? I mean, okay. Jin Woo has not been around for quite some time. So the fact that he needs 10 gallons of ice cream seems fair. But at the same time, it looks a little like overkill to me. Like, man's probably got every flavor they have and some. After being in a place where there's nothing for so long, it's natural that one would like something sweet to eat. What did the ruler say? Ah, they would like to thank you as usual. Forget the formalities. Is there a problem? No, in fact, I'm here for you because of all the problems have been resolved. Okay. The rulers are worried about your powers, which can influence the direction of the world. Exactly. They want to take him back because now he's the cream of the crop. Quite literally. Like, there's nobody, like, if everybody is a hunter still right now, they could all come against him and nobody could stop him. So he's essentially like the next dragon monarch, I guess. And it could tilt the balance of power quite heavily in any country's favor. Like, if he were to stay in South Korea, then South Korea would quite literally become the next top power in the world. As you know, that power that you possess is not something that the world is ready for. So, this world doesn't even have mana, is way too weak. Which is why, if you're okay with it, we're wondering if you'd mind moving to another world that's ready to accept your power. Oh. They don't want to take it away, they want him to move. That's interesting. My top pick would be the Demon World, because old Demon Girl, she was looking pretty good, and we haven't seen her in quite a while, and I think that would be an interesting place for him to relocate to. That said, though, family. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to leave behind his mom, his dad, and his sister any longer. Like, his family is a top tier priority to this guy throughout the series. So, I don't think he's going to accept this based on his family and not because of him not wanting to because of his power. Instead of doing something like that, instead of doing something that's such a pain in the butt, like moving me to another world, there's also the option of just sealing me completely. Okay, so Jin Woo makes the offer. Of course, that's possible too. But that's, I guess, not the thanks they wanted to give him. Something's going on? Now that I no longer have any use, are you guys getting rid of me?
Oh no!
Huh. Well, that wasn't what they said, but maybe in less of a threatening way? I didn't really take it that way. Just because you're afraid of the power that I possess. Okay, is he above the Dragon King? I mean, if he beat him, he has to be, right? But, again, they still, like, defeated the Dragon Monarch with incredible ease when they popped back into the world, so I don't see why they would be that afraid of him. No, that's definitely not it. Please read this. He does look scared. The god of death would be descending on this land. What's this article about? Are they saying that he's the god of death now? Before you came back, Selnar had created an uproar with her prophecy. Back when you disappeared, she wasn't such a powerful fortune teller, but after coming into contact with our world, her life has changed. So are you saying that my existence has brought about this change? Okay, so there's no hunters, is what I'm getting now. But Jin Woo stepping into this extra dimensional plane created kind of like a flux of power, and she received part of that. And it has made it to where she can actually predict the future a lot clearer. And one of her predictions was this god of death. With the Dragon Monarch gone, it's obviously not him. So the only logical conclusion is this god of death is Jin Woo.
Oh yeah, it's all coming
So
together.
is she saying that Jin Woo is somehow going to become corrupt and start going around killing everybody? Because, I mean, that would be interesting, but I don't see it in his character. Yes, Monarch. Could we talk again another time instead? I just wanted to do a little announcement that I am going to be doing a figure giveaway at 500 subscribers for a Super Masters Diorama 2 Trunks and Vegeta figure.
It's over 9,000!
You enjoy it.
As a show of appreciation for the support that everybody's been giving me, all the comments everybody's been leaving, all the love from the anime community that I've been shown. I'm hoping to continue with what I'm doing and just to get better as I go to make the experience more enjoyable for everybody so that I can earn that sub from you. And like I said, at 500 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway for this figure. It is unopened, as you can see. So if you want to win that, then subscribe and just make sure that you're over 18 years of age and you live within the US. Because I don't know if I could afford the shipping outside. Like I said though, with that said, I appreciate all the support I've been given. Thank you very much. I will see you all next time. Interesting. I would do just that, O Great Monarch. They're definitely afraid of him. And they are giving him a lot of reverence. So, what's more, I go back to their fight with the Dragon Monarch. Because when they came through into the world, they killed him really easy. Like, it was no problem, which is, it was comical almost how much more powerful they were. So this kind of reverence and the fact that he stated that they were afraid of him makes me think that the Dragon Monarch, that Jin Woo is now like, it's like comparing Jin Woo to a child. Or, not necessarily a child. You know, like his fight with Thomas Andre. Like, that's how much more powerful Jin Woo is than the Dragon Monarch. Like, essentially that's like who he was fighting. It was just Thomas Andre again. But it was the Dragon Monarch. You see where I'm going? Like, the power difference was so great that now the rulers are afraid of him. So they're not going to be able to just jump in on him and stab him with a bunch of spears to take him out if it came to that. Alright. Every living organism has a fixed purpose for their existence. Then one thing is for sure. I who became the Shadow Monarch have stopped the world's odd phenomena, and the monarchs with my strength have completed my mission. I fulfilled my purpose. For now. But a great amount of power that has served its purpose is a pain to deal with, just like nuclear materials that have reached their end of their lifespan. Okay, so he's saying like he's really powerful, but he has no purpose left now. He's fulfilled it, so he feels empty, and he feels like he's a pain to deal with. If that's the case, there will be a lot of questions. See this, people? He finished one bucket, a quarter into another bucket, still has 2 buckets left and he's full. There's a lot of ice cream he took on. When I now become an existence that this place doesn't need anymore. How meaningless. And I wonder what all the shadows think. Like Beliant and Ingress and Biru, like, what's running through their head. You know? It's our girl. Pretty sure that's our girl. Yeah, that's definitely her. He senses her. Huh. Out that door, quick! The time will come when the question of whether it's okay for me to remain in this place will be answered. What's this? Did ice cream also smell so good? She smells him. Because again, she has like this really enhanced sense of smell. However, if there is a reason to remain in this place, then it's probably that there are still people that I love in this place. Exactly. He doesn't want to leave. He has friends he doesn't even know about. Or that he doesn't know about. That don't know about him. And that people who love me are still here. Isn't this awesome? He has both his arms. All the people he's run across. How does this work? I thought Huang was one of his shadows. That is Huang, isn't it? We're just going over everybody that's been a part of his life. Every person he's met. Which is why that's enough reason for me to stay here. I'll stay here and well, if he's not a hunter, he's still big, bad, and buff, that's for sure. Find other reasons as to why I should stay here. Oh, look at this. They arrested him. So, even in this like timeline, he was still evil. But again, I don't know. I can't tell if we're hunters now or if we're not. This makes me happy. This makes me happy. I am so glad that Gogan He is alive. Like, this is awesome. Cheyenne. That's what I've decided on. Hello to all our readers. I'm Zhang Sungrok. Thank you for loving our series despite its flaws. As I took on solo leveling as a new challenge, I was able to learn a lot of things. I'm really happy and sorry at the time for the love that we received this whole time. In our journey to bring this series to an end, I would like to thank all our artists who have helped me. Okay, I feel like this is like the end. Or at least we're super duper close to it. Because I thought I saw a chapter 180. So there's that, but I mean, it's close, people. The end is definitely close. And that's really sad. With that said, let me know if there's like any manhwas you all know about that are similar to this that y'all would like to see me react to or read, so we can start another journey. With that said, I'll see you all next time.
Da 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 da.